play lob it to Ryan Perez in the paint off a couple of screens.
Esquivel to Garcia. Off the deflection. Los Fresno comes back and wins. Now Santa Maria will put up a three. Bang! Santa Maria!
There's Warner. Here comes a headed jam. Counted for two. Field. Adios! And the Falcons win on a walk-off. And it's saved. What a game. What's this? Smack.
To the left. That is gone.
Lob for Perez. That's my play. Off the backboard. Count it. And a win. And a win. Ryan Perez wins the game for the Santa Rosa Warriors, and they go nuts. And why not?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Real Sports Live. I'm Mark Molina, coming to you from Miller High School for this pre-district varsity matchup between Corpus Christi Ray and Corpus Christi Miller. Playing traditional 5-set game. Getting things going here. Let's go down the rosters for the Lady Texans. Number 1, Natalie Cruz. Number 2, Marley Sims. Number 3, Kylie Kaysen. Number 4, Mia Barnes. Number 5, Trinity Hargis. Number 6, Sylvia Gonzalez. Number 7, Jezebel Villarreal. Number 8, Sarah Cortez. Number 9, Anna Sonka. Number 10, Brinley Hopkins. Number 11, Lizette Alcantar. Number 12, Jada James. Number 13, Kayleen Rodriguez. Number 14, Reina Flores. And number 15, Kennedy Kukta. And over on the Miller side, number 2, Jaslyn Olivo. Number 4, Zayda Rojas. Number 5, Julianne Sandoval. Number 7, Carmen Barrera. Number 9, Hannah Long. Number 10, Zaya Rojas. Number 12, Isabella Estea. Number 13, Clara Rabke. Number 14, Marissa Rivera. Number 15, Serenity Simmons. And number 99, Isabella Campos. And coming into this week, tournaments after today will be what's on tap for CCISD and a lot of surrounding area schools. Miller headed to a San Antonio tournament, I believe, and several others headed over to Sinton. And we are getting going here. And a nice play there. Quick start, number 4, Mia Barnes. Gives Ray the lead there. Here's the serve, out of play. And that's Brinley Hopkins, who sends it out past the inline, and game tied now at 1. And here's Lizette Alcantar. She serves and sends it out of play, and now serve goes back over to Ray, and now leads 2-1. There's an outside hit. Nicely done there. Soft touch. That's Zayda Rojas sending it past a couple of red shirts here on the outside. Tying things up here at 2-all. So Rojas back over to serve for Miller. And here's the jump serve. Send it to the back row, and that's the libero, Natalie Cruz, who handled the serve there and couldn't return it, and we're going to get an ace.
the name wrong. They switched it on you.
Mhm.
Bella Luna.
And it's 3-all here. Got a name update. 99, the libero is going to be Bella Luna. So it's 4-3 now, with Ray on top. Here's a setup back. Nice play up front, but a good play there. Nice save by Brinley Hopkins. Here's a setup on the outside for Long. Nice play on the back row for Ray to keep it alive. And there's Luna. And there's Rojas with a return. Here's a setup for Gonzalez. And here's Luna, back row attack. Here's a setup on the outside, and nice play there from Luna. And Long trying to get to it there and get the return, but is going to send it right into the net, and another point for Ray as the Texans lead 5-3. Nice little rally going on here. Center of the net. Nice play there, but out of play. That was Hannah Sonka. There's an outside hit there from Cortez. Gets it to skip over. But the point going to go over to Miller, and it's going to be tie game here in set number 1. And still at the service line is Marisa Rivera. You said the return from Cruz, the libero for Ray. Rivera sends it over. Here's a setup on the outside for Trinity Hargis. And that one falls down to Brinley Hopkins, who was able to punch it towards the net, but couldn't clear it. And it's going to be a point over to Corpus Christi Miller, and the hosting Lady Bucks in the lead with Rivera on the serve, and it's a return. Nice play there at the net by Brinley Hopkins to tie things up. And 6-all here. And on the serve, Jezebel Villarreal. This one handled well by Zeta Rojas, but allows it to fall. And nobody there when as she rushes past the end line to try to make the save, and Ray retakes the lead, and there's Rojas receiving the serve, and here's Luna on the back row attack. It's met there on the back row for Ray, and here's the outside hit, falls. Out of play. And the game tied at 7-all. And strong play at the net from Anna Sonka. Saw an opportunity there in the center net. Went up for it. Timed it just right and well executed there for the point. As Ray now leads 8-7. And back to serve is Kayleen Rodriguez. And Rojas sends it over. And there's Sonko once again on the center net, but Miller's ready for it. And back the other way, nice outside attack from Hannah Long. Tie it up here. And now it's going to be Hannah Long over to serve for the Lady Bucks. Set up on the outside. Control to not return. You see Jaslyn Olivo able to make a play on it, and Isabella Estea trying to run it down. As it goes out of play nonetheless, and it's going to be a Ray point and the Texans lead. A nice play at the net, but coming up and making a play of her own, Jezebel Villarreal. And Cruz sends it over. Nice save by the libero for Ray. And here's a nice setup for Julianne Sandoval to tie it up. Sandoval's eyes the ball as it's coming over the net and able to send it cross court and put it in the sweet spot there where the red shirts couldn't get to it, and it's now squared away at 9 as the libero, Bella Luna, is going to send this one into the net from the service error, and Ray back in the lead. And nice play. Zeta Rojas outside hit, gets it to fall just inside on that far right-hand corner of the court. Tie it up. Here's a setup for Cruz, who sends it over. And here's a setup by Rojas, and there's a block on the net, but goes out of play. And that one going off with Sylvia Gonzalez, and Miller takes the lead, 11-10. There's a stay out, making a play on in the back row, and trying to chase it down was Luna, but nobody home. And the stay out bumped it high, but came down not a couple of feet in front of her. Difficult spot to try to track down if you're on the floor for Miller. There's a setup from the center net. Nice play by Luna, the libero, and there's a attack by Rojas. This sends that one into the net, and it's now a Texan lead as they lead 12-11 here in set number 1. Here's Rojas on the outside, sends it the opposite end of the court, controlled by Ray. Cruz sends it back. And there's Luna from the back row on the attack. Sends it right to Mia Barnes, and here's the setup on the outside for Trinity Hargis, who sends it flying the opposite end of the court for the kill. And Ray leads by 2, 13-11. Here's the set in the center for Claire Rapke, and Rapke sends it over the end line and out of play, and Ray with a little bit of a streak here. They lead 14-11, a couple of points in a row strung together for Ray. Oh, a nice play, but Brinley Hopkins can't make the play there as she's able to get down, go low for the dig, but unable to return it as it flies out of play. Quells the momentum for a little bit there as Zeta Rojas goes to the service line for the Lady Bucks. And Rojas sends it into the net. On the service there, and it's back to a 3-point game, and Ray back up to serve. This is number 12, Jada James. After the whistle, Miller gets back a point and on the serve. And to the service line, it's Marissa Rivera. That one goes out of play. And back-to-back points for Miller. Cuts the lead to 1. And Rivera with the serve. It's good. It's played there by the Texans. And here's the return. Nice defensive play on the net. And Miller crowding the net there, but the Texans able to send it past the front line. Nicely done. There's a bevy of purple shirts there on the center of that net. But sometimes the finesse overcomes the power and the presence at the net if you're just able to place it just behind the front and the back row. Kind of no man's land depending on where everybody's rotating on the floor. And it's a 2-point lead. And on to serve for Ray, it's Jezebel Villarreal. And a nice runner on the outside from Julianne Sandoval. Nice aggressive attack to the net. Timed it just right, able to make a play there and pick up the point. A nice job of the save and getting the ball over by Kennedy Kukta. And here's a setup one more time for Sandoval, but that was number 15, Kennedy Kukta, there in that front row for Ray making the save, but ball out of play, and Miller picks up the point. And we're tied here at 16 all as Jaslyn Olivio serves the ball. It's played by Ray. And returned there by Hargis. We have a whistle on the floor. And a point over to Ray as they take the lead and are now on the serve. Yeah, it's Trinity Hargis on that center net. Nice placement there. Catching Miller on its heels, and it's a 2-point lead for Ray. That's Hargis on the serve, and it's popped up, and Luna just one too many bumps there as we're going to get a timeout on the floor. And Ray leads 19-16. We'll take our first timeout of the game. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back.
The aisle and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for a fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Hi, I'm Joe with Valencia Heating and Air. Are you worried that your AC might not make it through another brutal summer? Well, I can offer you affordable air conditioning comfort with custom prices that won't break the bank. We service all units across the Coastal Bend, and there's no additional weekend or after-hour fees. We treat our customers the way we would want to be treated, especially when it comes to costly repairs. So if you need service, repairs, or replacement, call Joe to keep you cool. Valencia Heating and Air.
Come on, down.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, coming out of that timeout. It's now 20-17 with Ray in the lead. And nice play there on the outside. That's Mia Barnes. That play on that outside sent past the end line, and it's a 5-point game now for Rays. They lead 22-17 on the verge of trying to close out set one, and we're going to get an ace here. And we're going to get another timeout as Miller trails, and we'll be back once again. This is Real Sports Live. Keep it here.
Meat Market, with the best selection of quality meats, beef ribs, Angus beef fajitas, and Staple Street brand sausage, featuring our new authentic family recipe for pony spices. Check out our weekly specials. Your one-stop shop for everything you need for your next barbecue: ice, charcoal, wood, and adult beverages. We are your local football headquarters. Look for our new location coming early 2022 at 7418 South Staple Street. We're a proud advertising partner with Real Sports Live and the Coastal Bend and RGV, and supporting all our local sports and athletes. Staple Street Meat Market.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
And it's a 6-point game. And here's Natalie Cruz, the libero, on the serve, and there's a couple of red shirts ready there at the net for Ray, but the ball falls right in front of a couple of Miller players, and it's now Ray with the advantage and 1 point away. Nice save there, but you saw Barnes go to get it, as well as Jezebel Villarreal, but ball falls out of play, and Miller on the serve. Here's Luna. And Luna sends it out past the end line, and that's going to be how set one closes out, ladies and gentlemen. Ray leads 1-0. We're headed to set two. And we'll take a break. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
The Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education. From pre-K-3 to early college high school, the award-winning district has advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts. Teachers are driving the frontier of technology, bringing industry to the classroom. On and off the field, Brownsville ISD students engage in the experiences that make them college and career ready. Brownsville Independent School District, the best choice.
There is a feeling you get when you walk onto a campus.
A sense of love, compassion, and dedication.
An environment that inspires each of our HCISD family members
to do their best and to be their best.
We ground our education on strong character, and together, we will always persist towards the future.
We are a district of choice.
A district of innovation.
And a district of excellence.
We are HCISD.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Uniforms, etc., you're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Heading to set number 2, the winners in set number 1, Corpus Christi Ray. They lead 1 set to nothing. And back and forth there for a moment in the early going, but Ray able to finish out strong as they take a 7-point victory in set 1. I want to thank you guys for joining us, and please, if you guys haven't already, give our pages a like and a share. Let everybody know that you guys are watching out there, whether it be on Facebook, Twitter, or on YouTube. And follow us on any social media platform. We're on all of them. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. We don't go live on Instagram, but a lot of good stuff there. Players of the game, etc. If you're on YouTube, share the link out. If you know somebody who's looking for this game, send them our way. Happy to have them here as we provide coverage of the Coastal Bend and Rio Grande Valley areas. And here we go with set number 2. And the opening serve, Brinley Hopkins, controlled by Miller, and Zeta Rojas on the return. Here's a setup on the outside. Nice play there. And that's Rojas who comes up with the block and the kill. And Bella Luna comes up with the ace. And it's Miller starting with the 2-0 lead as Luna's serve is returned. Here's the setup, and that one falls fair. Nice play at the net by Rabke. So Miller coming out strong here. Here's Rojas on the outside. And Rojas send it in like a homing missile to Brinley Hopkins, and Hopkins going down trying to receive the attack there, but couldn't make the play, and it went out of bounds, and there's a point, and it's a 4-0 lead here for Miller. Here's the setup back the other way. Nice play on the front and the back rows for Miller there. This one skips over on the net. Here's a setup on the outside for Barnes once again. And that was Jasmine Olivo trying to bump it into play there, but nobody is in the vicinity where the ball comes down, and the Texans quell some of that opening momentum for Miller. Here's the serve. Here's a setup. Rapke over to the back row. They set up in the middle. A little bit too much on it there for James, and Miller going to pick up the point. On to serve, Isabella Estella. Turn by the libero, Natalie Cruz, right in front of Zaya Rojas, who can't make the play. But a step too far out there for Zaya Rojas to try to make that play, but it's now 5-2, 3-point lead. Rapke sends it over and out of play, and the lead's 5-3. Libero Natalie Cruz on to serve. And the serve is good. Played here by Luna. Here's a setup on the outside for Zaya Rojas, excuse me. And she sent it cross court and out of bounds. And what was a 4-1 lead, now a 5-4 lead for Miller. And this one comes down on the Texans side of the net. And Miller going to get a point back, and it's a 6-4 lead now for the Lady Bucks. They try to parlay this good start here in set two and into hopefully a winning set here, as they already trail 1-0. They're dropping the first. And nice play there, chasing down by Hopkins, but not going to be returned by Ray. And Miller going to score the point. It's going to be 7-4 now, and Miller leading by 3. Here's Zeta Rojas going to pick up the ace. And Miller doubles up on Ray here, 8-4. And once again, and Rojas enjoying her time at the service line as her team now leads by 5, 9-4. And Miller continues to pour it on as they're going to force a Ray timeout. They lead 10-4. And we'll take a break. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back.
Stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And we're back to see how the Texans react out of this timeout. And Zeta Rojas, she's been key here for Miller. And a strong start to set number 2. And there's a nice aggressive approach by Hopkins to the net. Hopkins setting up on the outside for Hargis, and Hargis takes advantage. Strong attack here on this near side corner of the net. And the lead down to 5. And Jezebel Villarreal. With the serve, not going to be returned, and back-to-back points here for the Texans, and they cut the lead down to 4 as they've come out, reacted well after that timeout. And Cruz sends it over, and there's Luna with the bump. There's the setup, nice play on the net from Sonka. Here's a setup on the outside once again for Hargis. Nice play. Bella Luna with the dig. And the libero Cruz on the return. Rojas with the bump. Here's the set for Luna coming from the back row. And just goes out of play. And the lead down to 3. It's 10-7. And an ace here, and Ray rolling with 4 straight points. We're leading by 6 after the timeout, cut down to 2. See if Ray can continue to add to this 4-0 run. Here's a setup. There's Rojas. And nice play there, double block on the net. That was Kennedy Kukta and Sonka. The ball out of play, and I believe that's going to be Miller's point. So and the lead's 11-8. Lady Bucks give a point back there as Hannah Long on the attack sends it out of play, and lead back down to 2. And Ray back at the service line, and now checking in. This is Marley Sims coming off the bench, and Sims on the serve. And a nice play there at the net, and just going to go off of a Sancta, but nice approach there from Julian Sandoval in good position to make a play either way. Jaslyn Olivo on the serve. Here's a set on the outside. And Bella Luna, what a place to chase it down. And they're going to set it up here for Barnes, and Barnes punches it over. And they set up on the outside, and nice attack there on the outside by Hannah Long. There's a couple of red shirts there on the front row for Ray, unable to handle it, and Miller back up by 4 as Olivo heads back to the service line. Here's the serve. Set him on the outside for Sonka. Rojas had it. Here's the setup for Olivo, and Olivo into the net. Point back over to Corpus Christi Ray. And Ray cutting the lead down to 1. It's 13-12, and things tighten it up here midway through set number 2. Here's Long. Sims with a nice play on the back row. Here's the return. And it falls in between a trio of jerseys as Luna, Olivo, and Estelle all convened on it. And it's a tie game now, 13 all. Here's a set up for Rojas at the net. And we're going to get a timeout as Ray retakes the lead. They trailed at one point 10-4. And have stormed back with on a 10-3 run. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Hi, I'm Joe with Valencia Heating and Air. Are you worried that your AC might not make it through another brutal summer? Well, I can offer you affordable air conditioning comfort with custom prices that won't break the bank. We service all units across the Coastal Bend, and there's no additional weekend or after-hour fees. We treat our customers the way we would want to be treated, especially when it comes to costly repairs. So if you need service, repairs, or replacement, call Joe to keep you cool. Valencia Heating and Air.
Come on.
And coming out of the break, it's Miller with a couple of back-to-back points, or actually back-to-back points, rather, to take the lead. It's now 15-14, and that one skips over, and Long going to get credited with the ace there. And Miller by 2. Luna sends it to the back row. Sims is there. Here's the setup. And Cruz returns it. Luna with the bump. And it's set up for Rojas, and she gets it to fall. And that's 4 straight for Miller coming out of that timeout. And what a play there, but skips over and out of play. I believe that was Julian Sandoval. trying to send it over with their back to the net. Valiant effort, but gets the skip and out of play. And unfortunately for them, for Miller, it's going to be a point over to Ray. And Ray now on to serve Brinley Hopkins. Here's a setup in the middle of the court. Nice return. Nice save there by Miller. And Estea was there, and Sandoval sends it into the net, and immediately after turns and says, "That's on me." And back-to-back points has made it a 1-point game, and that is going to be an ace for Brinley Hopkins to tie things up. It is not returned from Zeta Rojas, who had a chance to receive the serve there and sees it fall just right in front of her. And nice outside attack there by Sandoval, but Ray is ready for it, and the libero, Natalie Cruz, sent it to the far side left corner and out of play. And Miller right back in the lead. And there was Sims trying to make a play on it in that back row, and just could not there. She sees it go out of play. Here's a setup for Hargis. And there's Oliva making a play. Here's Luna in the back row attack. And it's returned. Luna pops it up. There's the set. There's Rojas. And Sims waiting for it on the back row. And Hopkins sends it over. And nice play on the center net defensively. That's Jada James. Playing big on that net, and it's a 1-point game. And now on for the Texans to serve. That's Lizette Alcantar. And Alcantar sends it over. Serve received. Some popped up. Hargis with a nice attack. Miller ready for it. And this one's sent over. Cruz bumps it. Here's the set. Set it up for James. Luna's there. Here's Rojas. Over and out of play, and we're tied once again at 19. And back and forth we go. Miller leading by as much as 6 in this set. Starting off with a 4-1 lead. And this serve not going to be returned, and Ray back in the lead as they lead 20-19 now. Ray won the first set, 25-18. They finished strong there after a back and forth set. Let's see if they can do the same here. And Zapka. And Rabke, excuse me. Clara Rabke with a nice attack, picking up the kill there to tie it all at 20. And here's Estea. And there's the runner at the net. And now Miller back in the lead. And Estea sends it out of play on the service error, and we're tied at 21, and it's coming down to the wire here in set number 2 as Natalie Cruz steps up to serve for the Texans. And there's Rabke, and Rabke gets it to fall fair, nicely placed, sending it past the front and back line of the Texans, and on this near side right corner. And this one popped up high. And Hargis tries to return. Rapke's there on the front row. Here's the setup. And that one falls just in. Cross-court hit there from Serenity Simmons. And a collective exhale there by the Miller Lady Bucks. I don't even think Simmons figured she was gonna get the drop, but she did. And here's Rojas. And that one out of play. And Miller a point away from tying up the match. Rojas, the jump serve into the net. And Miller trying to finish off here. Let's see if Ray can pull off a comeback. And here's Rojas from the back row. Sends it out of play and back-to-back points. Make it a one-point game. And let's see if Ray can tighten it up, and they do. And we're going to get a timeout here as Ray Miller tied at 24. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Street Meat Market with the best selection of quality meats, beef ribs, Angus beef fajitas, and Staple Street brand sausage, featuring our new authentic family recipe for pony spices. Check out our weekly specials. Your one-stop shop for everything you need for your next barbecue: ice, charcoal, wood, and adult beverages. We are your local football headquarters. Look for our new location coming early 2022 at 7418 South Staple Street. We're a proud advertising partner with Real Sports Live and the Coastal Bend and RGV, and supporting all our local sports and athletes. Staple Street Meat Market.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
After a tie game, coming out of that timeout, Ray now with the advantage, one away. Here's the setup, and it's gonna fall. And Ray with the comeback in set number 2, Trinity Hargis. Comes up big there. Let's check out that replay. And what a finish there by Ray. They trailed by a couple. Miller just couldn't get that last elusive point. I'm going to check out the replay once again here with the deciding point. Here it is in return there by Bella Luna, but there's a nice setup on the outside for Hargis, and she delivers, and she's played well. So Ray winner, and they're going to try to see if they can come out and close it out in set number 3. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back.
The Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education. From pre-K3 to early college high school, the award-winning district has advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts. Teachers are driving the frontier of technology, bringing industry to the classroom. On and off the field, Brownsville ISD students engage in the experiences that make them college and career ready. Brownsville Independent School District, the best choice.
There is a feeling you get when you walk onto a campus.
A sense of love, compassion, and dedication.
An environment that inspires each of our HCISD family members
to do their best and to be their best.
We ground our education on strong character, and together, we will always persist towards the future.
We are a district of choice.
A district of innovation.
And a district of excellence.
We are HCISD.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Uniforms, etc., you're gonna find the opportunity to purchase the best high quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're on the verge here of set number 3. Miller had its opportunities, but just could not finish in set number 2. And Ray able to come back with a late run in the second set. And they were able to secure it. They won the first set 25-18, and they were able to pull out set number 2, 26-24. Now here on to set 3. And the Texans are going to see if they can try to close things out here. And I just want to thank everybody who's been watching us. And once again, make sure to go give this video a like, share, retweet, whatever you do. We are live right now on a couple of platforms, on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Twitter. And somebody you know who might be looking for this game, family member, somebody out of town, or just send them our way. Share it with them. Let people know you are watching. You know, you can watch things here live, or you can check them out and watch it later. Majority of our games stay up. And go and watch them again. Definitely they stay up all night long. Oh, a nice play there on that back row. That was Kayleen Rodriguez getting low for that one. And here's a nice outside attack from Zeta Rojas, and she's played exceptionally well here for Miller. And Miller's looked really good in spurts, just haven't been able to close out these sets. Have played close here with the Texans, but the Texans are the team making the plays late here in these sets. And here's an ace. From Isabella Estea. And Cruz gonna send this one over, and they're gonna set up here for Rojas, and Rojas two-hands it over and kind of goes cross court with it. Sees there's nobody here on this near side corner and sends it that way, and Miller off to another good start in this set, leading 3-1. And Isabella Estea sends that one into the net and gives it right back to Ray. We have Trinity Hargis and Sarah Cortez on, and there's Sarah Cortez on to serve for Ray. Here's a setup for Rojas, and Rojas can't get it over the net. And things tied up here. Service error and a miss hit there to the net. Giving Ray the opportunity to tie with this one. Heading into the AC duct high above us and fall somewhere near the front row. And it's 4-3, Miller in the lead. Zeta Rojas on the serve. Nice play there. It's by Cortez, but as it's going out of play, Ray isn't able to control it there. An ace for Rojas. Miller leads 5-3. Rojas on the jump serve. Cruz sends it over. Rose with a bump. There's this two-hander at the net, and Ray not prepared for it there. Cruz went low, made the play, but the rest of the Texans on their heels there, and it's a 5-3, 6-3 game, and Miller doubling up on Ray early, and Miller started well in the last couple of sets. They've gotten out to leads, and they've led late even in the last second set, but it's been a game of runs and spurts, and both teams have had them. And this one not going to be returned, and it's going to be Jada James with an ace. And James back on the service line. Here's a serve, it's good, received there by Luna. Here's the setup for Long. James was the... And James comes up and makes a play. Rapke sends it over. Here's the setup, Hargis, cross court. There's Long again. Play made there by Brinley Hopkins. And this one goes past the back row and stays fair, and it's a tie game, 6-all now. And this one goes out of play, and Miller right back into the lead. They lead 7-6. And on the serve now is going to be Marisa Rivera. And a nice play there from Rivera. Getting low there on the back row. And there's a runner at the net from Sonka. And it's returned by Simmons. Here's a setup by Hopkins for Hargis. And Hargis picks up the kill. We're tied at 7. And Jezebel Villarreal, number 7 for Ray, on the serve. Here's the serve, controlled there by Rojas, sent over by Long. Here's the setup for Hargis again, gets a skip, and Long goes low and keeps it in play. Sonka's there, but so is a wall of purple. Luna to the back row. Cruz makes a play. Here's the setup for Hargis. And that one to the left far side area of the court. It's going to be an 8-7 lead for Miller. And Jaslyn Olivo on the serve. And a nice attack there from the back row coming up, making that play. That's Zeta Rojas. There's Luna, sends it to the back row. Nice play there by Sarah Cortez, and this one into the net. Trinity Hargis. None too pleased with herself there, as now her team trails by 3, and Hargis there to receive the serve. Middle of the net. Sonka goes and can't get the ball over that net now, and it's a 4-point lead for Miller. And Miller's been in this situation. They've led here. Here's Hargis. Sends it cross court, and coming up trying to make that play is Olivo, but she cannot. Three-point game. Trinity Hargis serves, sends it out of play. Lead back to 4, and Miller back on to serve. And this is Hannah Long, number 9. Nice approach on the outside, sending it cross court there, Mia Barnes. And checking in here, Jada James. On to serve, Natalie Cruz for Ray. Here's setup, cross court for Rojas. And Rojas just waiting for it to come back there. Some hesitation on the front row for Ray. That was Kennedy Kukta. I believe just lost the ball as she didn't know where to time it right, but Rojas did, and she comes up and makes the play. Here she is sending it over. Here's the setup for Barnes. And Rojas once again. And Sims goes low, makes a save, but here's the whistle, and it's going to be a Ray point, and the lead down to 3. And Brinley Hopkins on to serve now. Set up Rojas on the outside. This one's returned. Rojas. And it literally rode the top of the net there, and the rally continues. There's a setup for Rojas across the court. Rojas two-hands it, but that's Mia Barnes there, unable to make the play. And good job on Rojas there on the outside. She's done that a couple of times where she sends it cross court. Just nice vision of the court, seeing where the defenders are as they rotate. And here's Isabella Estea with her team nursing a 4-point lead, and here's an ace from her, making it 5. And this one out of play. And Miller's had his opportunities to make some runs, especially late in sets, but particularly you see in set 2, they were a point away, and they send a serve out of play, and it just kind of hurts momentum. Here's a setup, Simmons. And this one popped up. Luna makes the play. It's returned. And that was Zeta Rojas who came up. Try to make that play, but Mia Barnes, for Ray. As Isabella Estea able to get decent placement there and send it in that middle area between the front and back row. And Rojas on the service error gives it right back to Ray. And the lead is 4. So the setup, Hargis. Ray wants the call there on the tip, and I believe Hannah Long got a piece of it, and now it's a 16-13 game. Miller's lead is 3. Here's James. Luna receives it. Here's Rojas on the back row. They set it up. There's the runner for Sylvia Gonzalez. They're going to set it up for Long here on the outside. James was ready for it. They set up Hargis. Hargis is there. And once again, just a nice play knowing where the defenders are, and Isabella Estea sends it into that sweet spot and not allowing Ray to get momentum. And they cut it off at the pass here. As they come out on top of that rally. And here's Iveta. Sends it out of play, and once again the serve gone bad, gives it up over to Ray, and Ray trying to hang in there as they trail by 3. That one skips and out of play. And the lead back to 4. And Miller trying to force a 4th set. And here's Jaslyn Olivio. Olivio on the serve. Here's a setup on the outside. Hargis, cross court. Point over to Miller, and they now lead by 5. 19-14. What a play there. Julian Sandoval on the net for Miller. Here's Long. And he's going to go off the libero, Natalie Cruz. And the lead is 6. And we're going to get a timeout as Ray trails here late in this set. Can Miller finish it up, or is Ray going to have another long comeback up their sleeve? Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back.
Stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And we're back. Miller scoring another point. They lead by 7. It's 21-14. And Miller trying to close out this third set. They trail 2 sets to nothing. Miller trying to force a set 4. And nice play from Sandoval. And Sandoval has made a couple of nice plays here in this set at the center of the net. And Rojas with a heck of a play going to chase it down, and it's still alive, and the rally continues. And Hargis able to force it down there. Past a couple of Miller defenders. Julian Sandoval and Isabella Estea were there. But still a mountain to climb there for Ray as they trail 22-15. Going to receive it. Here's Sandoval at the net. And the lead is now 6. Here's a setup for Long. And nice play there at the net. And that's Mia Barnes. And the lead is now 5, 3 straight points. For Ray. And here's the serve from Kayleen Rodriguez. And Rodriguez, nice play on the back row. Here's the setup for Sandoval. And here's Long. And Kennedy Kukta couldn't get it over. It's coming down really close to the net. It was going to be close, and she just couldn't get the timing down a little bit early, I believe, there. And this one's going to get returned by Sanka. Heads up play to save it. And Rojas into the net. And the lead back down to 5. Here's Cruz. And gets set up for Barnes, and Barnes into the net. And Miller one away here from forcing a fourth set, trying to avoid the sweep. Luna on the serve. Here's the setup. There's James. And James right back. And sends it out of play. And that's how this set's going to end. Miller picks up the win, 25-18. We're headed to set number 4. Miller hanging on. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back.
Hi, I'm Joe with Valencia Heating and Air. Are you worried that your AC might not make it through another brutal summer? Well, I can offer you affordable air conditioning comfort with custom prices that won't break the bank. We service all units across the Coastal Bend, and there's no additional weekend or after-hour fees. We treat our customers the way we would want to be treated, especially when it comes to costly repairs. So if you need service, repairs, or replacement, call Joe to keep you cool. Valencia Heating and Air.
Come on down to Staple Street Meat Market with the best selection of quality meats, beef ribs, Angus beef fajitas, and Staple Street brand sausage, featuring our new authentic family recipe for pony spices. Check out our weekly specials. Your one-stop shop for everything you need for your next barbecue: ice, charcoal, wood, and adult beverages. We are your local football headquarters. Look for our new location coming early 2022 at 7418 South Staple Street. We're a proud advertising partner with Real Sports Live and the Coastal Bend and RGV, and supporting all our local sports and athletes. Staple Street Meat Market.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Miller coming up big in set number 3, able to finish, take a sizable lead late in that set, and we're able to hold off Ray, and it's a 2-1 set lead for Ray now. Ray took the first set 25-18, the second set 26-24, but Miller taking set 3 at 25-18. Have to get started here, and I just want to, once again, thanks to everybody who's out there watching us, whether it be on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube. Make sure to go give this a like and a share and let everybody know that you are watching and somebody's looking for this game. Send them our way. And a good start here for Miller. Miller trying to force a 5th and deciding set. And Ray trying to see if it could come up and make it an early night. We shall see. And this one goes off Rojas, and score even up here at 1. Ray now leads 2-1. Here's Rojas, sent it skipping. Not able to quite get to it there was number 10, Brinley Hopkins. Here's Zivetta, comes up big there with the ace. And nice play there, heads up for Anna Sanka, who is set up for Hargis, and double block there by Rabke and Simmons. And the lead's 4-2 here for Miller. And the officials looking to have a discussion. And they can confirm the point for Miller, and so the score will stay 4-2. So on the serve, this is Estea, as well as Estea, number 12 on the serve, and this one sent into the net there by Hargis. And Miller up to a 3-point lead here early on, and another strong start in the set for them. And there's Rojas. Sends to the back row. Nice play there by Sarah Cortez. This one out of play. And Miller with a 4-point lead. Here's Hargis trying it again. Luna's there. Rojas pumps it for Estea. Here's the return from Hopkins. They set it up for Rojas. A nice play on the net there from the Ray front row. Sylvia Gonzalez and Sanka. And there's Hargis, and gets it to fall. And the lead 6-3, and here comes Natalie Cruz for Ray on the serve. Here's a set for Rojas, and Rojas. Another kill for her. Rabke sends it to the back row. And there's Hargis. And the score is 7-4. That's the official score on this scoreboard here at the gym. We'll continue to monitor that as Miller picks up another point. And the score is 8-4. This one sent out of play. And Miller back up by 5. On the serve, Marissa Rivera. And she'll send it out of play now. Back-to-back service errors by each team. And here's a coming in to serve for Ray. It's going to be Marley Sims. And Long sends this one out of play, and Bella Luna just able to thread the needle up there in those rafters. And here's Long. Sims is there. Here's a setup for Barnes. Luna once again sends it high. A setup here for James. There's Rojas. Rojas sends it over, and Rosas gets it to go. Just gets it over the top of the net. The front row there not ready. Nice strong attack here on the outside by Mia Barnes. Long sends it over. Barnes plays it. Here's the set. Back to Barnes. Barnes one hands it over. There's Olivio. Set up for Long. And right to James, and James can't get the handle on it. And the lead 6 for Miller. And there's James, taps it over on the front of the net. There's Rojas, sends it right into the net. And the lead's 5. Nice save there on the edge, and here comes Sandoval. Nice effort there by Jezebel Villarreal, but the ball falling on the Ray side, and Miller doubling up on Ray. It's a 12-6 game. And Rojas too much on it. And here's Hopkins. And Rojas sends it to the back row, and Sims is there. Gets a hand on it, but not going to be returned, and it's 13-7 lead. Miller back up by 6, and here's Luna. The outside, Sylvia Gonzalez. Here's a setup for Rojas. And Rojas with the outside hit for the kill, and Miller doubles up on Ray, and it's a 7-point lead. And this one too much, out of play. This one skips over the net and falls, and Ray not prepared for it. And the point going to go over to Ray. And it's 14-10, and Ray trying to claw back into it. They've scored 3 straight. Nice communication there on the front row of Miller. Hargis with the attack. Back the other way, Rojas. And Rojas sends it into Sylvia Gonzalez and Anna Sonka. Another point over to Ray, and it's a 16-10 lead. To Miller, and a 16-10 lead for the Lady Bucks. Here's the serve, Isabella Estea. Here's the setup, Hargis one-hands it. And Simmons sends it over, and it's played on the back row. And they're setting up Rojas. Hargis over to Rojas. Nice play there by Estea, thinking on her feet. Luna pops it up. Back row attack, and Estea sends it into the net. And nice play there on the front row, Rojas Simmons. Making their presence felt, and it's a 17-11 Miller lead, and Miller just woken up here in these last 2 sets, trying to force a deciding 5th set. And they've got to get there first. Here's Long on the outside. Send it to the back row. Here's the setup. Here's Hargis. Hargis skips over the net. Rojas is there. And it skips over and falls. And he gets by James and Hopkins. And Miller continues to roll. They lead by 7, 18-11. Here's a setup for Luna, and Luna gets it to fall. And now that's going to be called out, and that one was really close. It looked from my vantage point that it was inside, but it's neither here nor there. It's point over to Ray and Jezebel Villarreal. And Rapke sends it over, and Natalie Cruz comes up short trying to make a play on it, and it's now 19-12. Here's Marissa Rivera on the serve. Here's the setup for James in the middle. Nice play there. That's Sandoval and Simmons patrolling the center of the net. Back to Sandoval. And they set up Hargis, and Cruz, the libero, sends it over. Played on the back row there by Cortez. Here's the setup on the outside for Hargis. And into the net. And it's an 8-point lead here, and Miller, which has got out to some big leads here in this last few sets. There's James. Nice play with Sandoval and Simmons on the net. They set it up. Rojas sends it over. Cortez comes up to play it. Here's the set for Kukta. And there's a whistle, and it's going to be a Ray point. It's a 7-point lead. Here's Rojas on the outside. Here's a setup. Here comes Barnes. And Barnes picks up the point. Nice attack there on the front of the net, and it's a 6-point game. And long into the net. Back-to-back points for Ray. They trail by 5. And we're going to get a timeout here on the floor, and Miller not wanting to take a chance here and lose the momentum completely. So timeout on the floor. We'll take a break. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education. From pre-K3 to early college high school, the award-winning district has advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts. Teachers are driving the frontier of technology, bringing industry to the classroom. On and off the field, Brownsville ISD students engage in the experiences that make them college and career ready. Brownsville Independent School District, the best choice.
There is a feeling you get when you walk onto a campus.
A sense of love, compassion, and dedication.
An environment that inspires each of our HCISD family members
to do their best and to be their best.
We ground our education on strong character, and together, we will always persist towards the future.
We are a district of choice.
A district of innovation
and a district of excellence.
We are HCISD.
And welcome back. Miller and Ray split points out of the timeout. It's a 5-point lead for Miller. They lead 21-16. Jaslyn Olivio on the serve. Olivio sends it over. And a nice play there by Sandoval, but the front row of the Texans were ready for it. There's a setup. James in the center net. Olivio makes a play on it. Rojas keeps it alive, sets it up for Long, and Long sends it out of play. And James with the serve. Here's Sandoval. One hands it. There's James. A nice save there from 13. That was Rodriguez. And James on the back row can't seem to make a play on it as it goes out of play. And it's a 22-17 lead for Miller as they try to force a set number 5. Here's Long. Rojas sends it. There's a setup there for Sanka. And too much on this one for Mia Barnes. And Miller inching closer to back-to-back set wins. Here's a setup for Sonka. Nice play there by Luna. Rojas on the attack. And Barnes tries the runner and not going to be returned. And Ray trying to rally here late as they're trying to avoid a fifth set. Again, a lot of work they got to do here because they trail by 5, and Miller's 2 points away from sending this into a deciding fifth set. And on the service line, Brinley Hopkins. Hopkins on the serve. Here's Rojas. And Rojas sends it to the back row, and Kayleen Rodriguez can just look as she smacks it out of play. And set point here for Miller. Point away, and they are on to serve. And Bella Luna on to serve, the libero for Miller. Olivio sends it to the net. It falls, and point over to Ray. And the front row of Miller just couldn't quite get a hold of the ball or find it there as it fell right near the net. Kind of a 50-50 ball as it's coming down. And there's Rojas. And nice play up front for Ray as they try to save it. They're going to set it up for Rojas. And Rojas into the net. Ray needs to be perfect here if they want to have any hope. And Rapke's going to finish it off. And we're going into a set number 5 and back-to-back set wins for Miller. And here we go, fifth set coming up. First to 15 in set number 5, and we'll be back as we're going to have a flip by the captains. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Uniforms, etc., you're gonna find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Set number 5. First to 15 coming up. Here we go. Ray comes out strong, takes set 1, 25-18, and then has to come back late in set 2 to take a 26-24 set away from Miller. But then Miller coming back strong with the 25-18 win in set 3 and a 25-20 win in set 4 as they were able to win those decisively. And let's see if they can keep up the momentum and make it 3 straight here. Again, I'm Mark Molina. Make sure to give this a like and a share and let everybody know that you're watching, and send them in our direction if you know anybody who might be looking for this game, or just send it to somebody and let them know that we got a 5-set thriller going on here at Corpus Christi Miller. Wherever you're watching, Facebook, Twitter, or on YouTube, show us some love and hit the like and subscribe button. Follow us. Do what you do on whatever social media platform you're on, and go find us at Real Sports Live. That's RIO Sports Live. Wherever you do social media. We also have an Instagram. No live videos there, but we do have a lot of posts, photos, plays of the game, things like that. And you can see a full archive on Facebook and on YouTube of some of our live games from the past. So go and check us out. That's Real Sports Live, RIO Sports Live. And a nice rally to start things on here. It's Sandoval sends it out of play. And Ray strikes first, and here's a serve. Returned by Miller, and here it is being played by Ray. And that's Sonka sending it into the net. We're tied at 1. Cruz sends it over. 50-50 ball at the net. Nice play there by Cruz. Running to the net is Barnes. And it's kept alive. Here's a setup from Hopkins. And the skip to Barnes, but Rojas is there along with Rapke. And here's Rojas, sends it out of play. And on the serve for Ray, it's Sarah Cortez. And it's sent over by Luna. And here's a setup. And not going to count there. Is point going to go over to Miller, and it's now 2-all. And Rojas, Zeta Rojas gets a piece of it and sends it over out of play. And the point over to Miller, to Ray, and they lead 3-2. Here's the setup. Here's Rojas. Taps it over. Played by Ray. Popped up. Here's James. And instead got a piece of it there, and Rapke was ready for it. Just came down a little bit too low on the net, and it's a 4-2 lead for Ray. Just the 5th and deciding set, and there's Rojas sending it towards the back row, and it comes off of the arms of Sarah Cortez. And the jump serve from Rojas into the net, and Miller's had a few of these today on the service line. They've had their struggles. They've been momentum killers on a couple of occasions. And Ray with the ball to serve, and Jezebel Villalobos sends it over. They set up Long, and Long just can't get the tap to go there. She gets it, sees it, and it just kind of rolls off her hand as Ray leads 6-3. And Miller reeling right now. They've dug themselves out of a 2-set hole, down 0-2, and now here they are in set number 5, trailing 6-3. We'll take a quick break and we'll bring you right back. This is Real Sports Live. Keep it here.
Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for a fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And we're back. Coming out of that timeout, Ray has doubled up Miller. They lead 6-3. There's a nice approach by Kukta, but Miller plays it and sends it over. Cortez, here's Villarreal for the set. There's James on the center net. Rojas to Long, and Long, too much on it, sends it out of play. And Ray with a 7-3 lead, and now they're the ones with the momentum to start the set. It seemed in the 3 middle sets, Miller had come out strong. And save for one, they've been the aggressors here in the middle of this match. Really, the first 4 sets, they've come out and built up leads, 3 points, 4 points here. And they've really led a lot of the way in these sets. And here's Rivera. Sends that one out of play, and it's just, now it's the Texans coming out strong. Cortez gonna sit down. Marley Sims gonna check in for the Texans, and Sims heads to the service line, and here's the serve. And there's Luna. Cruz for James. Nice play there. Sandoval on the net. Cruz pops it up. And nice play on the outside. Kennedy Kukta. And here's Sims. And Simmons. Here's the setup. The runner there for Mia Barnes. And there's Luna on the back row. Cruz on the set. And that one out of play. And Jezebel Villarreal was there, and she went for it and just couldn't get there, and luckily for her, it went out of play. And Sims sends it out of play on the serve. And the lead is 5. Ray trying to close things out. Sims comes up, makes the play. They set up James on the outside. Too much on it, out of play. Another point for Miller, and they cut the lead down to 4. On the serve, it's Jaslyn Olivo. Sims makes the play on the back row. They set it up. There's Barnes. Olivo to Luna. Long sentence skipping over. And out of play. And now Natalie Cruz on the serve. Olivo goes low for it. Luna on the return from the back row. Cruz sets it up for Barnes. And it's going to go off of Luna. And Luna tried to make the play, but had she let it go, would have been out of play. We're going to get a timeout here. And it's a 6-point lead. Ray leads 12-6. And they're trying to pick up a win in 5 sets here. And we're going to take a break, and we'll bring you the conclusion right after this. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back.
Hi, I'm Joe with Valencia Heating and Air. Are you worried that your AC might not make it through another brutal summer? Well, I can offer you affordable air conditioning comfort with custom prices that won't break the bank. We service all units across the Coastal Bend, and there's no additional weekend or after-hour fees. We treat our customers the way we would want to be treated, especially when it comes to costly repairs. So if you need service, repairs, or replacement, call Joe to keep you cool. Valencia Heating and Air.
And we're coming back. Heck of a play by Natalie Cruz, the libero. Sims sends it over. Here's Sandoval. Nice play. Mia Barnes on the net. Match point coming up for Ray. Here's a setup for Long. Sims is there. Here's the setup. Kukta gets it to fall, and Ray wins in 5 sets. And the Ray Texans win in 5. And after dropping 2 straight sets in sets 3 and 4, they come up big in set 5, and they pick up a 15-6 lead as Miller runs out of gas. And I want to thank everybody for watching us. We're Real Sports Live, and go follow us on all our social media pages. That's Real Sports Live, RIOSportsLive.com. Give these live videos a like and a share if you're watching on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube. And once again, Ray wins in 5 sets, 15-6 in set number 5. Keep an eye out, ladies and gentlemen. Play of the game right after.